young girl. We are back with a new episode this week. I would like to start off by just saying thank you to who all have been watching, listening, sharing, commenting over on channels. We are over on YouTube, Spotify, Apple for podcasts. Subscribe, comment, and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified when we drop a new video. Thank you. So today I want to talk about how you should remove the labels that people may place on you. And these labels could be placed on you as young as a child. Labels such as you'll never amount to be anything, you're not smart, you're not that cute, you're not tall enough, you're not fast enough, you're not whatever enough. So I would hope that you can create your own labels for yourself. That's why it's very important for you to, learn yourself, to know who you are inside and out, so that when people try to project their labels onto you, you can reject them. Let people know, no, those labels don't apply to me. That's your interpretation of what you may think I am, but this is what I know I am. So you can be assertive in the way that you correct people. You don't always have to just take on these labels that people try to place on you, because a lot of times, people are projecting, you know, their insecurities onto you. Or they may find something within you that they actually like and they are inspired by. But because they feel like you may go a little bit higher on the ladder than they are going to lie to you and tell you, negative things about you so you can feel doubt and you can feel discouraged and you won't believe in yourself. So don't fall for it. You always need to constantly affirm yourself. You need to, sometimes how you compliment other people, or show up for them. You need to do the same things for yourself. We have to be mindful of the things that we say to our children too, because they, stuff that you may think is funny, or you're being sarcastic or just making a little family joke or whatnot. Those things will stick on that child, and you're like, "Ooh, they so bad, and they so bad," and then you're wondering why they go to school and they cutting up because you didn't thought it was funny, and they was cussing or whatever, and you kept saying, "Well, look at her bad self" or whatnot, and you didn't you use those terms, and you wondering why it stuck to them, and they went to school and they behaving badly. So you need to make sure you're mindful of what you're speaking to your child as well. And our educators, if you are an educator, you need to be mindful of what you're telling these children as well when they are in school with these 6 to 8 hours with you. So if they made a bad grade or did something in class, don't create this big old, label that you have now placed on this child for one mistake that they made. And that one thing that you may have told that child negatively about themselves, they may take that to heart and believe that because you were somebody that they were looking up to as a role model. And then you made that negative comment to them, and now they're taking that to heart and they grow up with that mentality that you said about them. Or coaches, you know, anybody that is in a role that you are supposed to be inspiring and encouraging and teaching, you you may take that role and now you let it go to your head and you starting to where you used to encourage and inspire, now you're starting to kind of make the children, compete against each other for this covenant role or this covenant position on the team, and you only highlighting that one role versus making it feel like everybody that's a part of this team is important. Everybody has a role that they play for us to become winners in the end. So while you may be highlighting that one particular child and encouraging them and giving them the high five, Where this child over here, just because they didn't, hit the home run or score the winning touchdown, maybe they did that block, or maybe they, you know, uh, made a tackle or anything like that. So that person would be able to make that score. So you need to be highlighting all of the children and not just that one. You see what I'm saying? So it's all back to the labels. Everybody, just be mindful, and I'm saying it to myself as well because, sometimes when you're in a parenting role or just in general, you may get frustrated about different things in your life and you just may say something very quick that you may have not realized me offended somebody, so you can go back and check yourself and take accountability of how you may have made that person feel. And you can tell sometimes if something affected somebody negatively, you can look at their facial expression, their body posture might go down a little bit, whereas they would come in all smiling and happy every day, and now they coming in, with their head down because maybe you gave them a negative criticism or something sarcastic in front of everybody and humiliated them in front of the team or in front of everybody at work. Just be mindful, what you think is funny or sarcastic now is a kind of a form of bullying, even though you never know how strong of a mindset this person may have, and that one thing that you say to them may break that person. So, when you're so quick to want to put these labels on people, make sure you looking in the mirror and you checking yourself first before, how they say, in the scripture where they say if you are without sin yourself, then you be the first one to throw that stone. And then in the Bible, if you know about the scripture, you notice nobody had threw any stones because they couldn't say for themselves that they were without sin as well. So, just be mindful of these labels that, you put on yourselves or you may put on to other people when you're talking out the side of your neck sometimes, y'all. Just be mindful of the words that you're saying. Words do have power. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.